Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So early this morning, I got a message from a Wing Chun friend, and he is pretty emotional. He said that, Hendrik, the Taiji people and internal art people watching your Wing Chun is never ever Taiji Chuan details video and say that you have no skill. Okay, and so of course, as a friend, he doesn't want me to get tear apart in public and so forth. Okay, and he tell me that, and these messages and conversations give me an inspirations for me to share with you what I like to share with you now. Okay. Number one, do you know why people get into those emotional and all those attacking stuff? First, it is about one try to convince other people to think the same as one. Okay? The second is because one have no confidence on what one is presenting. Okay? And for this, I can tell you, I care less to persuade anybody, or I care less to convert anybody to think like me. Everybody can think their way they want. Okay? And the second thing is, I'm talking science, scientific physics here. So anybody can talk about I have a low skill or anything, I care less, okay? Because science is science, physics is physics, okay? So that's number one thing. The second thing is, that is a really bad practice of this my father can beat your father type of stuff, okay? So, you know, Hendrik, you have low skill, I have high skill. Well, this type of stuff is completely missing the point on what I'm presenting. Many of you guys who follow the WCWest know. What I am doing is to form a scientific educations, and we want to map the ancient Wing Chun into today's scientific, namely the law of physics and the biomechanics. Okay, that is what I'm doing. It doesn't matter what other people say, oh, you have a low skill or high skill, because that is not my concern. My concern is how can we, as soon as possible, okay, map the Wing Chun art since the General Qi Guang time down to right now into law of physics, into biomechanics. Because that's the only way to proceed, to expand, to grow, and everybody will benefit. Okay? Every Wing Chuner will benefit because we need their educations. Now, let me ask you questions. Have any Chinese martial arts, be it internal art or whatever art, get into Olympic? We know that in the present, the recent MMA challenge on the Chinese, traditional Chinese martial arts, the MMA people saying that Chinese martial is non-scientific, and you see in MMA, did any Chinese martial art get into MMA, present in MMA? Well, you can see Wing Chun have some in there. But did any come internal Qi energy thing there? You don't see that, okay? And also, we know that the karate is going to get into Olympic, okay? And judo is in the Olympic, right? Look at this. This is a judo book. What do you talk about? Momentum. What do you talk about? Impulse. Okay? Did he talk about any kind of chi or some kind of mysterious power, life force? Jing, Fa Jing, internal Jing, those kind of BS, they are in Olympic. The Japanese karate is going to go into Olympic. Where is your Chinese martial art, internal art, and all those kinds of Superman art? Okay? So that's reality. And by the way, this is General Qi Guang. This is the General Qi Guang writing in 1560, who really used their life to fight the Japanese pirate and win with high efficiency, effectiveness. He didn't talk about internal Qing, he talked about momentum. Okay? The 4 momentum zone, so it's like today's MMA. So that is reality. So we need to get our mind straight, okay? And the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is to hope that we in Wing Chun get into scientific right away. We did not change whatever our ancestors teach us, but we get into the scientific because we know only that way we can be solid and growing. Okay? So that's why we need this equation, as I keep showing these few days. Okay? The impulse momentum theorem. And that solve and explain the force generations, the force penetrations, and the momentum exchange, which is as per General Qi Guang. Fighting is an exchange of momentum. Okay, so you can have this General Qi Guang's momentum idea here, and now you can actually describe it really clearly in dynamic, in physics. Okay, and you know that judo people have done that. Okay, physics, and they're in Olympic, and you can see BJJ and all the jiu-jitsu related stuff is using in today's MMA. So where is your internal art, your Fa Jing, your internal Jing, and all those kind of stuff? Okay? So that's why, again, you need to know this. We need to base on this, okay? And disregard you talk about your Fa Jing or the takedown. All is subject to the law of physics. That's why I tell everybody, you can go to any physics department in any reputable university. You let them calculate, analyze it, see whether there's internal energy or any kind of Jing or Qi or not. Or it is solid, just impulse momentum theorem can solve that. Just go to any university, okay? Get the physics, those who know physics, okay? So, again, I want to tell you, it's not about my skill, it's about that we need this education, and my goal is to map Wing Chun as much as possible as I can into physics. Otherwise, it's a kiss of death, okay? The reason the recent Chinese MMA challenge in China, you can see how miserable is that. And who taught anything? Where is all the Jing and the Qi? Or one and one continuously the scam being exposed? Because one is not living in reality. One living in some kinds of imaginations or fantasy zone, and which is not even accord to general Qi Guang and not accord to the physics. So how are you going to survive that? You can. So we Wing Chun do not want to be there. Okay? We have 4 million people here, and I'm only one of the 4 million. We don't want to screw ourselves. We want Wing Chun to grow solid. Okay? And some days we might even get into what? To Olympic, because we go scientific way. Okay? And those we know already, those which is internal and the Qi and Jing people will not get in. Look at the China today. See how people dropping those internal stuff and convert to MMA, because MMA is scientific trained. So this is the reality. Okay. Another thing is this: when I talk about the Qi and the Chinese development of Qi and so forth, I want to show you this. These people, these Wing Chuners, is studying 613-3 with me, and it only spent a few weeks of time. And basically, this is their reports. This is around the world. And I mean around the world, I mean it's in Europe, it's in Asia, all over the place, okay? This is a few samples of it. When they practice 613-3, when they be able to not understand or to experience the 4 states of breathing, and they can get into the state 10 at will, okay? They recognize if they are panting, they recognize what state they're breathing, and they can at will get into the stat 10, okay, which is the Qigong breathing according to the Chinese, but we do it in the scientific Western way. Okay, let's just read it. Just read it. Okay, read what they say. Okay, read what they say. Read how. Okay, read how. You can freeze the same. I scan here. You can freeze the frame if you want. Okay, and you see this, like this one, the breathing can go down to 2 repetitions per minute. And then if you see on this one, they can use it daily. Okay, so there is the training of Qigong breathing. You get into state 10, and people be able to do it within a few weeks. Okay, and they can, like in here, if you freeze the screen, the screen just now, you can see that if they are in panting state, they recognize it, they can adjust it. Okay, and they can improve. So this is the bottom line. That's why I said we can go to scientific lab, biofeedback lab, test it out. Okay. So you can see a lot of people talk internal in video, YouTube, but you look at their breathing. Are they in panting state, or are they in the capable of like this breathing drop down to 2 minutes, two repetitions per minute type of capability? Okay, and these people is only a few weeks. It's not a long lifetime, a grandmaster. They are only training in 613-3 in a few weeks. I never even meet them in person. Okay, it's online. So we know scientific technology works. We know how to convert the ancient teaching into the scientific way, so people can get result. That is 613-3. Okay, this is the breathing element. Okay, now I run things on low budget and on my free time. Everybody know I'm a design engineer. Okay, I like to get university to do all kinds of stuff. For example, like this brainwave. Okay, the brainwave analysis, because like the breathing, we can measure it with today's this wearable electronic and so forth, the brainwave and so forth. I like to go to university. However, I'm running with a low budget and my own time. Okay, and I'm sure sometimes people will get this into the lab. Okay, so the bottom line is that we get scientific, so everybody, all Wing Chunner can get result. You don't have to guess for 10 billion years, or internal chi, energy, and all this kind of stuff. And also, Wing Chunner do not need to be a second-class citizen of any internal art. We have the technology. We have the technology here. According to Qi Ji Guang, down according to the physics, where it is solid. Okay. So that is my agenda, and that's my goal. It's not that I am the guru of the universe, or I'm the best fighter, okay, or I am the internal grandmaster. I care less about those things. What I care is, in presently, we must solve this issue. We must bring things into scientific. Only that way we can repeat the result, and everybody can reproduce result. Okay. So for me, that is what it is. And since I am running this thing on my own free time and on my own low budget for everything, and let me tell you this. It's just about 3 weeks ago. This one of the very successful founder and CEO in the Silicon Valley, who I share the 613.3 and Wing Chun with him. We were in the lunch and he told me this. He said, Hendrik, your video have low quality. You need to have 6 video, at least 6 video camera, okay? So that people can see what you show me. Because your YouTube is low quality. So I'm joking with him, since he's the CEO, right? And the founder, right? Say, hey, but I don't have the money to buy the 6 camera. He said, he didn't even think. He said, well, I pay for it. So I told him, no, I know. It's actually not about this video and so forth, because I really don't have time. Because, you know what? I have Wing Chunner send me this. Wing Chunner send me this. See the video camera? Because they want me to make better quality video. I didn't even open it yet. That's been stuck there for more than a year. Okay? So I told this CEO friends, founder friends, I said, I really don't have time for it, because I do have people sending in me, and the box, I don't even open it yet. Okay? Because again, I have to make a living based on my engineering works. Okay? So that then I can support the Wing Chun research and so forth. So saying this, I encourage all Wing Chunners, go to university, go to the lab. If you are taking a PhD or something, let me know if you need my information. I support you. Do scientific stuff. Contribute to Wing Chun. I myself cannot do it alone. And also, only last week, there's another top designer in the Silicon Valley told me, he said, well, Hendrik, you need to call such and such company, big name in corporation, this guy, he said, call them, and then your 613.3 will be do good for them, for their worker in the Silicon Valley. Okay? So you want to share this with them, and then they will support you, sponsor you on this thing. I didn't even call yet. I didn't even do that way yet, because again, I need to do my job for my, for my own, making my living. Okay? So I tell you this today is, number one, the bottom line is we, Wing Chuner, not me only, we all need to get what our ancestors do, put it in the science today. Only that way we can have quality and this repeatable and accurate handling, efficient, effective learning of Wing Chun, and Wing Chun can grow solid. Okay, that's number one. Number two, my mind is not in who is the grandmaster, who is the best fighter, or who is have high skill. My bottom line is everything has to be based on science. Okay, I'm not interested in those kind of mentality of, oh, my father can beat your father, those kind of stuff. Okay, because that is not the point at all of educations. And the third thing is, you and me all are Wing Chuns. I cannot do everything. Okay, every generation is continue on. So everybody work together to let Wing Chun have a solid scientific base and proceed and do positive contributions to the society. That's what I want to share with you guys all. Okay, stop those, you have no skill, you have high skill, who cares? If you couldn't even breathe, don't talk about Qigong. If you couldn't even know that you are panting, or you are in what type of state of breathing, don't talk about Qigong. If you can't even drop your repetition per minute of your breathing, stop talking about Qigong or internal. Stop that. Because you don't even know what the heck is going on. And if you don't even know the impulse momentum theorem, like this judo guy, forget about all this, I can push you, I can do this, fudging and those kind of stuff. Those who is in Olympic, do they have to learn your internal Jing and all those kind of stuff? Or Qi? Get real. Or why don't you just doing this? Get the most, the best of the internal Jing people, go to Olympic in judo and go, compete with them and see what is the outcome. Or it's easy, get to MMA, okay? See your Jing and Qi and all this internal stuff work or not, or how many seconds it lasts. Okay? So this is for you today, for Wing Chuners, because we need to face reality. Otherwise, Wing Chun get wiped out, okay? And you and me, both Wing Chuners, we don't want to see that. Again, as whatever other people say, internal people say, I care less, okay? They can continue to make any comment they want, and because, as I share with you here, you guys all know my agenda, okay? So this is for you today.